The PeopleSoft Comprehensive Supplier Portal enables you to provide an easy-to-use and simplified homepage for both guests and other users. Guests use your organization's website to access the public portal page in order to see information about how to do business with your organization. In this demonstration, we'll look at the supplier-facing procurement features like the guest login and the secure login that's accessible after a user submits a supplier or bidder registration request and receives approval and login credentials. In this example, let's take a look at a company that has PeopleSoft procurement products installed. They've opened their website to their clients through a branded public website. When a guest user accesses the company web page, they find a link. In this case, that link reads, "Doing Business with BST Enterprises." That link takes the guest to a home page that gives information to the general public without needing to sign in. The welcome tile shows a greeting message from the buying organization. The buying organization can configure the welcome text to show any combination of text and images to a public user. When a guest user selects the welcome tile, they can see more information about the procurement organization with links and other details. Guest users can select the Bidding Opportunities tile to participate in public bidding events. The Bidding Opportunities page shows a list of all of the public bidding events. This list shows the requests for quote for goods or services, or auctions that the procurement organization may be holding to liquidate excess inventory, such as vehicles, office equipment, or furniture. To see more details, click the right arrow. The Event Details page provides information to help a guest user decide whether to participate in the bidding activity. To see more information, use the View Bid Package link. The View Bid Package page provides supporting documents that bidders need to submit their bid. They can also see details of the bidding event with all of the bid factors and questionnaires. Any type of attachment can be included. Potential bidders can also view any comments and attachments associated with the event. Comments and attachments associated with a bid event line provide specific bidding instructions and information to help bidders submit the right documentation with their bid package. Returning to the supplier public homepage, guest users with questions about navigating on the homepage, registration instructions, and what type of information is needed can access the FAQs and the Contact Us tile. Guest bidders that need to know how to participate in a bidding opportunity or have other questions can access the FAQs tile. Potential guest bidders can also find information about self-registration to help them while participating in a public bidding opportunity. The Contact Us link enables any user to send an email query to a list of contacts within the procurement organization. On the Contact Us page, users enter their name, email address, topic, and question. Then, they select the type of inquiry and click Submit. When a guest user decides to register as a bidder or a supplier, they select the User Registration tile to see their registration options. There are two options for a guest user to register with the procurement organization. As a bidder, users can register to participate in a bidding opportunity. If they wish to become a supplier, guest users can apply for supplier status. Once a guest user selects the registration option, the system shows a series of pages where the user enters the needed registration information. The train stops across the top of the page show the user the sections of the form in the order of entry. The user can move forward and backward to enter the required company information. Now, let's go back to the public homepage and access the Events Calendar tile. The Events Calendar shows a schedule of general public events by month. Events such as training classes for new and approved suppliers, scheduled website maintenance, auctions of liquidation of goods that are taking place, and open for public bidding can be displayed by calendar month. The Announcements tile can be used to publicize company information that doesn't relate to business matters. For example, information about how the public can participate in company-sponsored events, awards the organization may have received, and other general information. If a guest user needs more information, they can select the right arrows to access Announcement Details. The Announcement Detail page shows details with links to other portal pages and allows the public to download any supporting documents, if available. The PeopleSoft Fluid Supplier Portal homepage provides access to company information for potential and approved suppliers of the procurement organization. For the general public, the Public Portal homepage provides access for users who may not be familiar with the PeopleSoft user experience and terminology via a familiar user experience. Now, let's log in as a credentialed user and see the Supplier Secure homepage Supplier Portal. This page can only be accessed by approved bidders or suppliers. A supplier has secure access to the Supplier Secure homepage with the user ID and password the procurement organization has provided after approval of the supplier's registration application. When the supplier logs in to the Supplier Secure homepage, the system shows all of their business dealings with the buying organization. Each supplier can only see their own transactions. Here, the POs with Overdue Shipments tile notifies the supplier when they're not compliant with the service level agreements for on-time delivery. In this example, the chart shows the purchase order lines where the current date has aged past the scheduled shipment date. Click the chart to allow a supplier to drill down and see purchase order schedules that are overdue. This allows the supplier to do the research and see how to address the issues. Clicking the Schedules Overdue icon in the last column opens a window that shows the overdue days for each PO schedule. Users can access the Actions menu to choose an appropriate action to address the overdue line. From the Supplier Secure homepage, users can access the Manage Profile tile to perform administrative activities. Users can create additional user IDs for other roles in their organization, like a shipping department user or an accounts receivable user. This allows more users to perform their own tasks and interactions with the buying organization. The Manage Profile page allows users to make changes to company information, contact information, and add new user IDs. Users can also see change requests in progress, the status of those change requests, and take the appropriate actions. Suppliers can select a pending request to see a comparison of what the system has on record and view or change the information they may have provided in a previous update. On the Supplier Secure homepage, suppliers can see a tile for bidding opportunities. This is different from the tile that we saw earlier on the Public Supplier Portal. In this context, this tile provides additional information specific to the supplier organization. The Bidding Opportunities tile shows two types of events: invited events and public events. Invited events list events where the supplier organization is specifically invited to participate. If the supplier responded to an invitation, this page shows the response. Public events show events that are open to all supplier organizations. Suppliers with access to the Secure portal can view and respond to these posted events as well. Procurement organizations can create different homepages based on supplier roles, like salesperson, shipping clerk, or AR clerk, in order to limit the view of data for each role. For example, a homepage for warehouse personnel should only display shipping and receiving transactions, along with access to information that allows the warehouse personnel to take immediate action. On a page for warehouse personnel, the tile POs with Overdue Shipments could allow a shipping clerk access to the purchase orders in question and determine the action needed to move those rows out of overdue status. In this example, you can see the homepage of a salesperson or sales manager of your supplier organization. Similar to the shipping clerk, the buying organization can limit what a salesperson from the Supplier Secure homepage can see. They can create a homepage that presents limited information. In this example, tiles from the Public Portal homepage can also be added to the Supplier Secure homepage, such as an FAQs and Contact Us tile and the Events calendar. The PeopleSoft Fluid Supplier Portal homepage provides easy access to company information for both potential and approved suppliers of your procurement organization, improving efficiency and productivity. For more information, go to PeopleSoftInfo.com.